Off pitch. Foul. Are you really going to take that from him? All right, just check. He was sprinting like he was going to go ahead and fight for that one. Now that's pretty nice. Now this young boy is trying to give up the ball. He probably already has his own. The other kid's saying, I'm okay. The kids acting like adults, the adults acting like kids.
Isn't that how it usually is?
Oh, that's true.
So the kid took it, but then he just gave it back.
Same pitch of the at-bat. Good at-bat for McAfee. You see number 11. McAfee had to sit out a couple of years, had Tommy John surgery. It's a line drive hitter. They think like it feels as if he's going to be much better eventually. This is skied to center. Anderson is there. There's one out.
Next up, the catcher, 27, John Ramirez.
Somebody got hurt, somebody else will put him play.
John Ramirez. John filling in for Jake Wise. Now with a 7-1 lead, it's nice to be able to give Jake a day off, or at least a game off. We may see him in the nightcap if Arkansas can win this game.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Van Horn is feeling a little bit better about that decision to not let him play this first game now that they have a 7-1 lead.
John is a freshman. Ramirez. Blake Baxendale is a catcher from Rogers, Arkansas. His brother DJ was a really good pitcher for the Hogs. They expected Blake to compete for the catching job with Wise. He had Tommy John surgery in the fall, so he's going to redshirt. Expect to see him next year, though. He's a big kid and he's a highly thought of prospect as Ramirez takes the walk.
Next up, left fielder, number 10, Joe Serrano.
Joe Serrano already with his fourth at-bat, but he's only credited for 2. He has 2 singles and a walk. He scored a run. That was not what Lacosse wanted to do against a guy hitting 174 and really wasn't around the zone.
No, and a guy that's batting 9th and really doesn't get many at-bats, you definitely don't want to put him on 4 straight balls. Now that turns over to the lineup and gets their hottest hitter on the day up there.
Thank you for that, Aaron.
This guy you may want to be careful with the way he's been swinging it lately, and that is his 6th straight ball from Lacosse. Just perfect weather here in Manhattan, Kansas for this elimination game. That's in there for a strike. Not always a call you get after 6 straight. It was right at the knees.
Yeah, it was a good pitch, but you're right, Kevin. When you miss with that many in a row, the umpire, he doesn't usually give you those balls.
Foul tip. Elevated that a little bit.
Anxious. Joe was a little anxious right there. Good hitters count. He wanted to drive something.
Joe was swinging like Pedro Serrano on that one.
Joe Boo didn't help him on that one.
That was actually on TV this morning. I can never not watch that if it's on for a little while.
The play minute's a little off. Yeah, it's actually a little low because the thing is up
Joe
top.
is a sophomore from Tucson, Arizona.
So if he is, he's 90-91, but 89
He's
there
also done a
still.
really good job of going around the country to recruit Texas, Arizona, California, and of course Arkansas. After a really good fourth inning, Trevor Lacosse has worked himself into some trouble with a walk and a hit by pitch.
Third baseman, 25, Dominic Ficacello.
They'll bring up Ficacello, who will turn around to hit right-handed against the lefty. Dominic was injured for a lot of the year. The rib strain. He had to hit right-handed at times and not hit left-handed because of the injury. Like one to Dominic.
I like seeing him have a little patience now. I mean, that's a fastball right down the middle, and he just wanted to take a look at it, and now he's going to be ready. Whereas the last couple of days, he was jumping on that first pitch.
I think his coach, Van Horn, may have talked to him. This is fouled away. He interviewed Dave yesterday during the game. Talked about Dominic not exactly, it was actually a couple days ago, Dominic not having a professional or a veteran at bat is what he said. It was a nice way of saying a junior should not have been as anxious as he was, but he's looked more patient today. Now down in the count, 0-2. Scott will grab it while it's foul.
This is the breaking ball that Trevor Lacosse has been trying to get to the right-handers, and typically you want to let that get as deep as possible and try to go the other way with it. But when it's nasty down in the zone, that's tough to do.
Only place to hit that is to shoot at the right side, Danny?
Well, you'd like to, but it's not. That really isn't easy to do, I'm telling you.
Trust me, I know that. 0-2, you knew it'd be upstairs, and there it was.
And now maybe he'll just go right back to that breaking ball.
Arkansas with 3 in the first, 4 in the third. Looking to add on here in the fifth. 2-2 now.
Well,
Tried to go to it.
He did. I don't know if that was a breaking ball or a changeup, but it was something that he didn't finish. He just kind of left his arm a little stiff there and just tried to guide it in there.
Caught him looking. Good fastball from Lacosse.
Well, Dominic, good at bat there, working the count, but that's just to tip your cap, man. That's a good, hard fastball by Trevor Lacosse on the inner third. Gosh, nothing he could have done with that.
Two outs now for Brian Anderson. Anderson, team's leading hitter at 324. Still looking for that first hit in the Manhattan region.
And I still think his first at bat, he scored an E5, but that was a tough play for Kevin Brown over there. And, I mean, that could have been something that sparked Brian Anderson's NCAA tournament here.
Anderson, just a super athlete. Played some shortstop, really played shortstop in high school, played third earlier this year. Fielding wasn't the problem, throwing to first was, so they've moved him out to left. With Vincent struggling, he's a good enough athlete to play center. If you want to know if he has an arm, throws about 95 off the mound. This staff is so good they didn't need him this year, but you can expect to see him pitching for the Hogs next year.
And he looks the part. He looks like he's just a great athlete that can run him down in the outfield.
Also looks like as a sophomore, with his frame, he can put a lot of weight on.
He's still got some weight to put on, get big and strong, and really going to attract even more of these scouts looking at him.
Good patience by Anderson to spit on it.
And typically, when you have a guy that's struggling, doesn't have any hits, he's swinging at this most of the time. And Bryant Anderson is doing a good job of trying to stay as patient as possible, waiting for a pitch.
Fouled away.
He wants that one back. 3-1 cookie right down the middle. He just missed that one.
You can see it in his face. He was really a pleasure to talk to on Thursday. Good kid. Yeah, the tools he does sometimes may not be the most humble of people. And he was about as humble as it gets. Runners take off. Fouled away. Giving it a shot is Rin. And that sounded like it hit a car. Danny, we got a Reno out there. We got insurance on that?
ESPN does. Oh, did it hit the truck?
Oh, it hit our truck. Well, I got no problem with that.
Not even a mark. Wonder if our producer's okay in there.
Kenny Menard's all right. Ramirez and Serrano will be taken off. The payoff pitch, it's low and they're loaded.
Great at bat right there by Bryant Anderson. He fought off some pretty good pitches, good hard fastballs, and to work it to full count and get him a walk out of that.
Oh, the coach is coming out.
Number 8, Tyler Spoon.
And it's so easy for guys that are 0 for 8, 0 for 7, just to start swinging at pitches anywhere close, and he did a good job in laying off.
This is not the guy in the Arkansas lineup you want to face with the bases loaded. There's the Spoon crew. Not get far enough away from Scott. It's the Spoon platoon. You will hear if Tyler does something well. The Spoon.
Joe.
Mishad is getting loose. To third. Brown stays down on it. We'll go to second. That was close. Anderson hustling, but they got him. He's all leaves and loaded.